Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Salon Chat. Yes, honey, how are you? We are in a new year, and I have so much I'd like to talk to you about. We have talked so much in my salon about many different things, and I can't wait to share that with you. But one of the things I'm going to talk about today, right now, in fact, is hair braiding. A lot of my clients always ask me, is braiding a good protective style? And my answer is always yes and no. But first, let's kind of talk about the history of braiding. Let's see. Braiding, as we all know, braiding goes back as far as like 3500 BC, and of course it originated from Africa, right? So with one of the tribes that it originated with was the Himba tribe. I did write some notes, y'all, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm trying to remember, the names and stuff. So I believe it was the Himba people of Nambia. So they were one of the many tribes that started with hair braiding, right? So the thing about hair braiding was also used not just to adorn, make the hair look beautiful and all of that, but hair braiding also told of your status. Were you wealthy or poor? Were you married? What tribe you belonged to? How old you were? How much power you had, and what religion you were. So braiding told a lot of different things about a person. It was also a form of socializing. So because we all know braiding the hair takes quite a while, right? It's not something that's done in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It takes a while. So the people would use that, the women who were braiding would use that as a time to socialize with one another, and it gave them that much time because they were braiding the hair, and they braided hair with many different things. Some of them used the red clay from the earth, and they had all different kinds of oils and things that they would use and put in the hair, right? So this is just a little bit of history about the hair braiding and why we braid. It's kind of for us as Black people, it's kind of like embedded in us. Like it's kind of like cellular DNA to braid the hair, because it's an ancestor thing. It's already in us. So that's something that we just naturally want to do, right? And also, during slavery, it was also, if you braided the hair in a certain pattern, it told which way you needed to go to freedom. So braiding was used for many different things. And there's a whole lot more of history on braiding. This is just a few things about braiding, but so I thought, since I'm going to talk about it a little bit, that I'd give you a little bit of history about braiding. But like I said, it's kind of in our DNA. That's kind of what we do as a people. It's embedded in us. It's for us, it's also like, for some people, I shouldn't say everybody, but some people feel like they feel closer to the ancestors. So it's a lot behind hair braiding. Now, to answer the question once again, like I said, is hair braiding good to use as a protective style? And at the beginning I said yes and no. And I say that because you want to keep in mind that hair braiding can, if it's too much tension on the scalp, it can do damage. So while it is a great protective style, you want to be careful that you don't have a whole lot of tension put on the scalp. And you don't want to braid the hair back to back. You want to kind of give your hair a rest, take it out, comb it, shampoo it, treat it, condition it really, really well, oil it, and give your hair a few weeks to breathe before you put more braids back in. And I know braids are convenient, they're beautiful, especially those who are natural and they're working out a lot. It's just convenient. They don't have to worry about their hair reverting and all of that. So braids are very convenient, but you want to make sure that you are treating your hair and scalp as well when you wear braids. So like I said, you can wear the braids. It's fine. It's really not a problem. But if you're doing it too much, it ends up, and if it's too tight, you notice a lot of people, their edges start to go. Why? Because it's too much tension on the edges. We don't want that. We want to have as little tension on our edges as possible. So when we braid the hair, we want to be mindful, of whoever is braiding the hair, you want to be mindful of not too much pulling and not too much tension. Don't do it extremely tight, like, oh girl, I'm gonna do it real tight because this is gonna make it last for months. We don't want to wear the braids for months and months like that. That's not healthy. That's not good. You need to take the braids out. You need to comb your hair. You need to shampoo it. You need to condition it, treat it, oil it, do all of those great things. Trim your ends. Take care of the hair before you put any more braids back in. So it's not something that you want to take out braids today and then tomorrow put some more braids back in. That's not what you want to do. That's not healthy. Anything you do to the hair, you want to make sure that it's healthy. So when my clients ask me, and this comes up constantly, and I mean every day, like I'm at work today, clearly, and it's a conversation that is asked all the time because I have a lot of natural clients and they do want to wear braids, and I tell them it's fine, but it's not something that you want to do back to back to back. You have to treat your hair. So yes, it's okay as long as you're treating your hair well. Don't use it as something where you're never going to do your hair. Don't do that, because then you'll end up with no hair, and then you're like, well, where is my hair? Your hair went with the braids because you kept doing it and it was a lot of tension on the scalp, and then you have ruined the follicle, and you don't want to do that. So my advice, because I'm trying to keep this short, my advice to you is, yes, you can wear braids. You can do cornrows. You can do individuals or box braids. You can do Senegalese twist and the Marley twist and all of the other types of braids. It's nothing wrong with that, as long as you treat your hair and as long as you understand that you do not want to do it back to back like that. So I hope that you have learned something today, and I also gave you a little bit of history behind braids, and maybe it'll prompt you to look up the history of braids and go more into detail as to why we wear braids. But I hope you've learned something, and that is it for Salon Chat. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and press the notification bell so that you know the next time I have a great video coming for you. Bye.